Get on the ground. Rack. 782 1050. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground!
Evading the police often turns routine traffic stops into chaotic, life-threatening situations. High-speed chases, reckless stunts, and desperate decisions push everyone involved to the edge. Sometimes, suspects pay the ultimate price. Others barely escape with their lives, and innocent bystanders find themselves in the crossfire. These jaw-dropping moments highlight the dangers of fleeing law enforcement and the devastating consequences that can unfold in the blink of an eye. Buckle up. This gets intense. The pursuit of 42-year-old Alexandria Mason on May 29th was nothing short of chaotic. Captured through body cam, dash cam, and helicopter footage, the saga began around 7:30 p.m. in a McDonald's parking lot in St. Augustine, Florida. Deputies stopped Mason during what seemed like a routine traffic check. However, it quickly escalated after they discovered she had an active felony warrant from Citrus County for drug charges. The footage shows Mason's erratic demeanor as deputies attempted to detain her, leading to a chain of decisions that would spiral wildly out of control.
Hey, ma'am, how you doing? What's going on? Roll one now. Hey, do you have your driver's license and registration on? Are you the RO of this vehicle? Can you state your name? Are you Alexandra? Alexandra, I need you. Can you start the car for me, please?
Hey, John, unit 1046, issue 4460.
All right, so do me a favor, step out the vehicle real fast, please. So it seems that you got a warrant out of Citrus County.
6260, please go look that up.
Initially cooperative but visibly agitated, Mason repeatedly claimed she was being harassed by law enforcement. She argued that she had been pulled over multiple times in recent days, insisting she had no outstanding warrants and demanding to see proof. Her claims were muddled with personal anecdotes and health concerns, which included anxiety, insomnia, and a variety of medical conditions. At one point, Mason declared she had received a presidential pardon, a claim the deputies cautiously listened to while trying to maintain control of the situation.
Been going on.
Just what I said. I get stopped, I get my paperwork checked, and then they let me go. And this has been going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it's ridiculous. And it's turning into harassment. You are not allowed to stop me. I don't want to say what I'm, because
I can stop. If you're driving a vehicle and there's a wanted person and you match the description, I can pull you over to be a wanted person.
Warrants or anything.
As the deputies moved their vehicles to block her truck, Mason made a split-second decision to flee. The scene quickly shifted from a parking lot confrontation to a high-speed pursuit.
I'm investigating and I'm listening, but I want to see the paper before we get it, before we go forward.
No, but you want powder?
No, I said pin. Okay. We're gonna bring this car up here and we're gonna pin your truck. I'm gonna have you bring your car. I'm gonna have them. Yeah, you bring your car and come up here and pin this back. No, don't you drive off.
No,
don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Mason bolted out of the lot, leading deputies on a nearly 30-mile chase that stretched into Duval County. Reaching speeds of over 120 mph, Mason recklessly weaved through traffic, putting countless lives at risk.
I'm gonna switch positions. FHP's taking over lead, inside lane, northbound, 90 miles an hour, passing a 334.
The adrenaline-charged chase came to an end when a state trooper performed a pit maneuver, forcing Mason's vehicle to spin out and stop. Mason was taken into custody, visibly distraught as officers restrained her. She was later charged with DUI, aggravated fleeing and eluding, and possession of a controlled substance, among other offenses. In court, she pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 10 months in jail and 12 months of probation. However, her legal troubles are far from over, as she still faces charges in 2 other Florida counties. On February 15, 2022, an officer patrolling Middleton, Wisconsin, found himself in a nightmare situation. With a dispatcher riding along, he responded to a call about a potential hit and run. As they proceeded through a busy intersection, a vehicle hurtled toward them from the wrong direction. For a moment, he thought it might be a stolen car, but there was no time to confirm. The vehicle, driven by 26-year-old Sergio Ramirez, wasn't slowing. Trapped by surrounding traffic, the officer had nowhere to go. He activated his lights and siren, hoping to alert nearby drivers, but the inevitable happened, a brutal head-on collision. The impact was jarring. The squad car's airbags deployed instantly, filling the cabin with smoke and debris. In the chaos, the officer's body cam, docked during the crash, wasn't recording but was activated soon after. Struggling to breathe and disoriented from the collision, the dispatcher fought to open her door. Eventually, both managed to exit the vehicle, battered but alive. The officer, feeling the onset of headaches, radioed for backup while taking stock of the situation. As he approached the other vehicle, he found Ramirez, bleeding from a head injury and clearly intoxicated.
We'll talk to you in a little bit. Stay seated.
Stay seated.
Okay.
Can we talk to witnesses?
Watch your make sure. Let's make sure.
Okay, well, up with Dave. Hey, stay.
Hey, yo.
Hey, stay there. Stay there. Just sit back in your seat.
Bro,
5503.
stop it.
Hey, Dave.
Command. I'm set up at Century and
Bro, stop.
Have a seat. Hey, have a seat.
Here for better visibility.
Have a seat.
Copy.
Bro,
Sit down.
stop it.
Sit down.
Backup arrived swiftly, and it didn't take long for officers to recognize the full extent of Ramirez's impairment. His speech was slurred, and his behavior oscillated between erratic and defiant. Repeatedly, he tried to get out of his car, ignoring orders to remain seated. Witnesses nearby recounted the moments leading up to the crash, describing Ramirez's reckless speed and erratic driving. Despite his injuries, Ramirez resisted assistance, refusing to cooperate with officers or paramedics attempting to assess him.
This is stupid, dude.
Didn't look super close though.
Where is an ambulance?
Bro, because you know that it wasn't even the shift for ambulance. Bro.
05 to 03, 3 good here.
Stay seated.
I can go down there and
Hey,
check
yo,
that.
bro.
I can tell you again.
Alright. See me why I can't be
Yeah,
done.
because I think we got this pretty well.
The aftermath of the crash left no doubt about the severity of Ramirez's condition. The officers tried to keep him calm and seated for medical evaluation, but he continued to act out. The collision scene was chaotic, with traffic snarled and first responders working to manage the situation.
Hey, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna move my car, but I need you to pull into the parking lot for Pick and Save, turn around, and I'm shutting down the road here, okay?
5503.
Is he 55 here? Hey,
I think so, but he hit his head hard, and he's not.
Bro.
Hey.
The officers, though visibly shaken, remained professional, coordinating efforts to secure the area and tend to the injured. Paramedics eventually managed to examine Ramirez, but his combative attitude made even basic tasks a struggle.
Thanks, Mark.
Terry, are we having the county come do this?
Dude. I'm asking you, like, please, man. Dude, like, if you want me to tell you that, like, I respect you, dude.
I want you to get checked out by the ambulance, what I want.
I respect you to do that.
So there is an accident down there. The road is shut down for now.
Would you want me to try and go straight? Or?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you want me to go now?
When the light turns green, okay?
Let me get you respected her.
The officer's vehicle was in a dire state, with significant front-end damage and deployed airbags rendering it undrivable. Smoke from the crash lingered in the air, a stark reminder of how close this incident had come to ending in tragedy. The dispatcher, though shaken, recounted her fear of being trapped in the car as smoke filled the cabin. Her quick thinking, coupled with the officer's calm under pressure, ensured they both escaped relatively unscathed.
Yeah, they're mine, but they fell into blood and everything else, so they're junk now. I didn't know the wind was going to blow them off.
1389, just advising there's possible 1055 issues.
So we let him hit us head on, because if he would have turned, it would have hit the side of the car, you know? But we don't know what's going on with this dude. I'll keep you posted. I just want to let you know that we're okay. Unreal. I just still keep picturing that in my head, and it's like, this isn't happening, you know? It's I must be a jinx.
Witnesses reported seeing Ramirez nearly collide with other vehicles before the crash, weaving dangerously through traffic. Officers worked diligently to document the scene, gathering statements and ensuring all evidence was preserved. Ramirez's car, like the officers, bore the scars of the collision, its crumpled front end a testament to the force of the impact. the aftermath, both the officer and dispatcher were praised for their composure and quick actions. Their ability to stay focused under immense pressure likely prevented further harm. Ramirez, however, faced a sobering reality. His decision to drive under the influence not only endangered his own life, but also put countless others at risk. The chaos began on a sunny day in May 2024, when Glendale, Wisconsin police received an alert about a white Kia SUV. The vehicle's license plates, stolen out of Milwaukee, didn't match the registration. It wasn't long before officers tracked the car to a mall parking lot where 34-year-old Pierre Webb sat behind the wheel. Webb, a man already on felony probation for burglary, didn't hesitate. The moment officers approached, he floored it, launching into what would become a high-speed, high-stakes chase.
Coming up the parkway, speeds are 70.
Move!
Speeds are 80. Light traffic, roads are dry. Exit in a Green Bay. Exit in a Green Bay.
Webb's reckless driving pushed speeds beyond 90 mph, weaving through traffic on parkways with posted limits of 70. Glendale's usually calm streets were suddenly a blur of flashing lights and sirens. Officers coordinated to intercept him, but Webb dodged every tactic.
White Kia, this one's to the red. Slow for, however, Miller. Speeds are about 50. We're still southbound Green Bay, coming up to Hampton. Speeds about 75. Traffic is light. Just slowing for the reds. Looks like we got a squad up at Hampton.
Instead of spending your free...
At one point, stop sticks were deployed to halt his momentum, but Webb, undeterred, swerved to evade them and bolted through a red light. This split-second decision sent him crashing into two unsuspecting vehicles, shattering the calm of an ordinary day for several drivers.
Rack. 782-1050, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the... Get on the ground!
When his battered SUV could no longer carry him, Webb bolted on foot, his every move shadowed by pursuing officers. The chase intensified as officers ran after him, their shouts blending with the chaos of the moment. In the heat of the pursuit, one officer's path was abruptly cut off by another squad car. The sudden obstacle caused him to lose balance, slamming head-on into the vehicle. The impact sent the officer reeling, adding to the unfolding disaster.
Get on the ground! You're gonna get on the ground! 782, I've got him at the back of the mobile gas station.
Are you okay? Is your son okay?
Despite the injury and confusion, the pursuit continued relentlessly. Webb sprinted through back streets and parking lots, seeking refuge from the officers closing in. His frantic escape ended at a gas station, where he found himself cornered. Officers used a taser to bring him down, finally stopping his chaotic rampage. But even subdued, Webb wasn't done creating problems.
You owe me, I can't breathe! Do not resist. I can't breathe! Stay on the ground. I can't breathe! Stay on the ground!
Lay down, lay down.
58 to 82, where are you?
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I'm telling you, I can't breathe! Give me your hands. Give me your hands, don't resist. I can't breathe! Give me your hands!
The scene was a mess of flashing lights, stunned bystanders, and damaged vehicles. One of the officers tended to a civilian driver injured in the crash, while another helped a colleague who had been hurt during the chase. Medical units were dispatched to the gas station to treat the injured, including Webb, whose complaints continued as officers attempted to search and secure him.
708 on 1 if we're still patched. If I can get Milwaukee to block southbound traffic, or I'll even take mutual aid from the Bay or Shorewood.
I just cuff. All right, stop.
Cuff. Cuff for a second, man. Jesus.
Did you see the havoc you caused? Yeah, this is your fault, being an idiot.
As the aftermath unfolded, it became clear how much havoc Webb's actions had caused. 3 vehicles, including the stolen Kia, were left wrecked. One officer sustained injuries during the collision with the squad car, while a civilian driver suffered neck pain from the crash. Webb's erratic behavior didn't help his case. His incoherent claims about ingesting narcotics prompted officers to investigate further, suspecting he'd swallowed something to avoid detection.
Too tight, man.
Then stop moving.
This one too tight, man. It's hurting my arm, bro. We will adjust the handcuff in a minute.
I don't have no drugs on me, money.
You what?
I don't have no drugs on me.
You swallowed
enough, man.
Stop.
I swallowed my.
Your mouth says otherwise.
Man, that was.
Yeah, you can't even lie.
What did you take, dude?
Man, I ain't take.
In the end, Pierre Webb was taken into custody, but not before leaving a trail of destruction and injured individuals in his wake. The chase was over, but the repercussions were only beginning. Medical teams transported the injured to nearby hospitals, while investigators began piecing together the events of the day. Webb now faced a lengthy list of charges, adding to his already tarnished criminal record, ensuring he wouldn't see freedom anytime soon. The chaos began with a Nissan Sentra speeding over 100 miles per hour on a Georgia highway. A state trooper attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver, Aaron Shelton, had other plans. The car initially slowed, pulling to the roadside as if to comply. The moment the trooper approached, Aaron slammed the accelerator, triggering a high-speed pursuit that would soon spiral into a violent nightmare. As the trooper gave chase, dashcam footage captured the Nissan weaving across lanes, desperate to evade capture. Inside the car, Aaron's cousin, Pierre Shelton, prepared for a deadly response. From the passenger seat, Pierre leaned out, brandishing an AK-47. The pursuit took a deadly turn when he opened fire, shattering the eerie tension with rapid bursts of gunfire aimed at the pursuing trooper. The chase escalated as more officers joined, setting the stage for a confrontation unlike any they'd ever faced.
Wearing a yellow hoodie. 4-4.
6-6, back off of them, back off of them. Back off, let's see what they do. Dispatch, we're right here going 69 miles an hour. I'm waiting to see what we do.
The chaos spread across Carroll County, with police vehicles racing to intercept the fleeing suspects. At one point, officers coordinated spike strips to stop the speeding Nissan, but the suspects pressed on, undeterred. Pierre Shelton continued firing at pursuing officers, the rounds tearing through the night and leaving squad cars riddled with bullet holes. Body cam footage showed officers scrambling to maintain a safe distance, their voices urgent as they called for backup. Each second felt like an eternity as the situation worsened. Sergeant Rob Holloway was among the officers attempting to bring the chase to a close. His vehicle trailed the suspects as they veered onto Bankhead Highway, navigating sharp turns and narrow stretches. The tension shattered again when Pierre's gunfire struck Holloway's car. One bullet found its mark, hitting Holloway in the head. His squad car spun out of control, slamming into a utility pole in a violent crash captured on multiple dash cams.
I know, but I don't want to get up here where they're moving around. I'd rather go ahead and disable them.
Other officers rushed to Holloway's aid as the chase continued. Meanwhile, Officer Chase Gordy positioned himself along the suspect's anticipated route, hoping to intercept them, but the violence wasn't over. Pierre directed his fire at Gordy, who found himself under a barrage of gunfire. Gordy took cover behind his squad car as bullets ricocheted off the metal, the terrifying sound of gunshots filling the air. In a flash, Pierre appeared in Gordy's view, armed and advancing. The brief, heart-stopping encounter was caught on body cam footage. As Gordy called for assistance, Deputy Jay Ruddo arrived to support the besieged officer, but the relentless assault left Ruddo injured as well. The scene turned into a war zone, with officers hunkered down behind vehicles, desperate for cover. Gunfire echoed across the area, each shot a reminder of the life and death stakes. Despite their injuries, the officers held their positions, determined to end the rampage. The standoff culminated in a firefight that left Pierre Shelton fatally wounded. Officers swarmed the scene, securing the area and apprehending Aaron Shelton. The once chaotic scene now lay still, littered with shattered glass, bullet casings, and the echoes of a tragedy. Pierre's death marked the end of the violent spree, but the scars left on the officers and the community were permanent.
He's on my car! He's on my car! He's behind my car!
In the aftermath, Aaron faced a slew of charges, including felony murder, aggravated assault, and fleeing law enforcement. He was later convicted and sentenced to life without parole, ensuring he would never walk free again.